All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon. And in this video, we're going to do an update as we are now 10 days away from a lawsuit being filed against Gervonta Davis that canceled a fight that would have been taking place this Friday between himself and Jake Paul. I've said it in the video before and I'm saying it now. This is an issue that needs to be tracked. It needs to be paid attention to because there was a lot of accusations made at Gervonta Davis, and Gervonta Davis was punished for these accusations. The crazy thing, though, is that absolutely nothing else has happened since then. Let's talk about that in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon. And in this video, we are going to talk about Gervonta Davis and Jake Paul and update you as to where we are with these allegations that were thrown at Gervonta Davis, whether he deserved them or not, don't know. But the allegations that were put his way that that had Jake Paul, because he's such a champion for women, pull out of the fight between the two of them and basically call Gervonta Davis a human piece of garbage. Crazy thing, though, for such heinous accusations, nothing to date has come of it. Now, before I get into the details, though, let me welcome you back to the channel. If you are new to the channel, please accept my invitation to hit the subscribe button and hit the bell icon so you can be notified of when we release more videos. And if you're a longtime subscriber and supporter, thank you guys so much for what you do for the channel. It really makes a huge difference to the channel. Thank you. But let's get into this because, look, man, Gervonta Davis was accused of battery, aggravated battery, kidnapping. I do believe that somebody claimed that there was some sexual action to the accusations, even though according to the lawsuit, there was nothing sexual about the interaction, according to the lawsuit. So very, very serious charges, and of course accusations, because they're not charges, accusations. And Jake Paul pulls out of the fight. Now, I asked myself, and I've been saying it ever since then, if somebody walks into a nightclub, one of the biggest nightclubs that there is in the state of Florida or in the country, and you in front of a bunch of bodyguards, a bunch of security guards, yourself being well known, grab an employee and run the employee out of there into some area that has not been recorded. You don't see any there's no videotapes. There should be videotapes all over the place. If she filed a police report and it was something that she could sustain by photographs or on all of that, she should be able to get that man arrested and get that man charged. Right? You think so. But it's been 10 days. And despite the fact that Jake Paul claimed that the reason that he pulled out of that fight is that he saw a videotape. Saw one. He said there is a videotape of him punching his girlfriend. Well, the paperwork in the lawsuit says that there is no camera. There is no videotape. There's been no videotape sold to TMZ. There's been no videotape just leaked out there from Tootsie's, the place that it took place in. None of it. No, and it's almost like nobody finds it strange that there's no photograph. There's in the age where everybody's got their cell phone. Everybody's got their cell phone. And if you're walking around and you're a famous person, you know full well they've got a phone on you. But after this amount of time, despite the fact that Jake Paul said that there was a tape, still no tape. When is the prosecution of Gervonta Davis going to begin? Why do I think this is important? Because there's a lot of people that are out there that are saying, well, the reason that Gervonta needs to go away is because of all the accusations made against him. There's so many accusations against him. That's the problem. The problem is that the fact that there's all these people that have accused him. Well, let me tell you, that's not how the world works. People accuse you, and they can accuse you. They have to prove it. And if no one has even filed charges against Gervonta, and I'm telling you, they've never even been able to file a charge, but yet they claim that he's doing this. People are acting as if Gervonta Davis is some superstar where they're going to give him some extra credit because he's Gervonta Davis and not punish him, not say anything about it. That's nonsense, especially if you look at the way the press in boxing treats Gervonta Davis. The boxing press has nothing positive to say about Gervonta Davis. Almost nothing. So why in the world would people think that the mainstream press and the judicial system in Miami is just dead set on protecting this superstar who almost gets no positive press from anybody? But they are going to concoct some scheme to keep Gervonta Davis from facing criminal prosecution. They threw Mike Tyson in jail for accusations. They put Gervonta Davis in jail for a hit and run in the town that he's from. But yet people are on my Facebook and I'm on my Twitter making an argument that Gervonta Davis isn't being punished because of favoritism, because he's so famous and because everybody loves him. Even though I could have sworn to death, that's never how I've seen him treated. Not by boxing media, not by mainstream media, not by anybody. So let me get this straight. Somebody who ain't got a rat's chance in hell of beating Gervonta Davis in a fight, who, by the way, also himself faced SA sexual assault allegations. Because guess what? Gervonta Davis has not even faced this thing with is not sexual assault. Jake Paul faced sexual assault allegations. He talks about how he wouldn't fight somebody because of women, because of this woman's issue, but yet Jake Paul fought Mike Tyson, who is a definitely for the rest of his life has to be a registered sex offender because he's a convicted rapist. How in the world is that looking out for women? But is not fighting Mike Tyson has nothing to do with looking out for women, but fighting Gervonta Davis, now's the time to stand on your stance for women? No, I think you had some women that wrote that nonsense because it is absolutely not the reason. I'm telling you, man, I'm starting to doubt whether or not this fight was ever going to take place and whether or not they were just paid Gervonta Davis to go through some scam that allows Jake Paul to sell himself. Even though I know that that's not probable, it's just this whole thing doesn't make sense to me. But again, I am going to wait because, again, I'm not saying that this girl lied because I don't know anything about what happened. But I am going to wait for the criminal case, if there is one, to take place. And then if he is charged, that's where the story begins. It should not start with somebody just writes a note to a judge and says, accuses Gervonta Davis of doing something, and then all of a sudden Gervonta Davis loses all his income. That's a very, very, very un-American, absolutely ridiculous way to treat people. And I'm actually ashamed of the people that try to pull this off with Gervonta because they would turn around and ask for justice for their favorite fighter or their favorite people at any moment's time. But anyway, that's my take on the matter. Please let me know what you think in the comment section. And with that, I'm out. Deuces.